Welcome back, Rise Up 44 here on Nalyo Gaming, playing 2064 Read-Only Memories on the PlayStation 4. 2064 Read-Only Memories is by Midboss. We're jumping right in.
Neo, San Francisco, 2064 AD. The world thrives on a constant flow of groundbreaking technology. Cybernetic augmentation and genetic modification allow the repair and enhancement of almost any part of a human body. Millions of people jack into virtual worlds every day to work, play, and connect with one another with advanced brain-to-machine technology. Easier access to genetic modification leaves hybrids walking the streets, looking less human every day. However, some can't keep up with the fast-paced changes around them. They say that ROMs, now commonplace thanks to parallax, are leading humans to a place where we can never come back, losing the survival skills that we have relied on for millennia. Relationship organizational managers are compiled with virtual intelligence and can seem human-like in their interactions. But despite the marketing hype, at their core, they are only brainless machines. Organizations, like the Human Revolution, seek to slow the relentless pace of progress, fearing that unchecked technology will make us lose the very things that make us human.
Interesting. Great music already.
Above the rising tension below, a parallax engineer has blurred the line even further. And with this, humanity's destiny will be altered forever.
Forever. Sweet, here we go. Home sweet home. Okay, maybe not so sweet. Musty might be a better descriptor. Alright, what do we got? Items menu. Alright, so it's kind of point and click-ish right now. I mean, I'm kind of just moving the D-pad, not my thumbstick, but the D-pad left and right, up and down. Let's go to this. What's this? Okay, we got an eye, a hand, and a set of lips, or a mouth. Copy of Wigfield. Sometimes the old books are the best, especially to keep your window propped open. The classic can get boring pretty fast after multiple reads. Besides, it's more useful holding up the window. Wonder if this book is over 60 years old now, but still looks fresher than a few living beings in your room. Huh. Okay, so they each have two lines, maybe? The back corner is damp and crumpled, frail from the dangers of the wilderness, apartment alley. You give the book a pep talk. Keep That window open. Hold your position. Don't lose focus. Pep talk. It's not even doing reps. Out of all the books on the shelf, you picked this slacker. You start to tell the book a story before realizing the irony. I get the dry humor already. I like it. Coffee, the great equalizer, the one thing that the poor and the rich alike need to chug through the day, you assume. How many long nights have you been up drinking coffee and trying to get an article in before the rent was due? Coffee. Oh, you already read that. You take a sip of the old stale coffee. The letters F and K seem clear as day. It's also really gross. That's funny. Letters F and K. So many of your internal organs are thanking you for refusing to drink from that again. This cup has really cooled off on talking. It lost the hots for you a while ago. Hardy har har. Maybe it would feel less silly talking to this if it had a portrait of a cat printed on it. Cats on coffee mugs are a thing, right? And then what's this bag? Your ID card. No. Okay. Everybody loves a vertical sliding window. Slide currently broken. Window being propped open by that book. Maintenance request pending. A beautiful 24/7 view if you're a fan of up-close masonry. Couldn't read that word for a minute. What a great view of Neo San Francisco's finest side of a wall. Despite the smell, keep the window open. Better to have gross air than no air. Besides, the window's broken. You run your fingertips along the sill. Maybe you should dust this off more than once a year. There's no one out there. There's seriously no one out there. There's no one out there. Hello? Is anyone there? Nope. There's no one out there. Stop shouting into the alleyway. You'll scare off the raccoons. Even the most diehard brick fanatic would have mixed feelings on this view. Everyone loves. Okay, we read that. That was the first one that had more than two, I think. What else we got? A plant? This plant is in pretty bad shape. Isn't this supposed to be one of the easier plants to take care of? No matter how much you water it, it doesn't improve. Careful, the poor thing is more fragile than a snowflake. You'd rather let it suffer in peace. They say plants react positively to conversation, but this poor thing might be too far gone already. Careful. Well, if your plant was in any state to have a discussion, it would surely enjoy a thrilling, formal debate on current events. They say plants react positively to conversation. Okay, I already read that. What's next? A single piece of loose, unsorted paper lies on the ground. Where in the book is this scene supposed to take place? Why didn't you number your pages? Just kidding. It's blank. It sort of suits the room's aesthetic better with it there on the ground, don't you think? Don't disturb the vibe of the room. The paper gives off a strong aesthetic energy that strangely stimulating. A page only holds the opinions of its author. This one's blank. This is why there are talk page guidelines. A stack of paper for your unpublished novel. What? Pen on paper is the most tangible method, but if you're gonna be so sloppy, maybe going digital would be a good idea, or a good goal. Know your principles, whine too much at the thought. Would Hemingway go full digital if he were in 2064? Probably. Most people already talk on paper, you just talk to paper. Blank paper. It's not that fancy voice activated paper. Nice. Alright, what else we got? A pair of GX Ultra Beats headphones. The ultimate in budget audio. You'd better try them out so you can start crafting your review. Oh, sweet. Alright. Headphones added to items. Nice. These are those GX Ultra Beats you have added up. Product only reviewed. They're smart headphones, so you should be able to use them with some things lying around your apartment. You don't know exactly what that ooze is, only that it seems to be growing day by day. How many times was a repair request made? 4 or 5? The landlord only cares if the rent is late. Running water might just make it worse. Probably not a good idea to touch that slime. That's a mystery for another reporter. You ask the blob in the sink not to loiter, but it bubbles up at you. Did it just try to talk back? Okay, what's next? The video screen on the front says mustard half full, spoiled milk, 10 days past expired. You could have sworn you bought that spoiled milk recently. You open up the fridge to see a bottle of mustard and a carton of spoiled milk, which has developed an odor. Maybe the spoiled milk has one more good day on it. Maybe. Take milk. No, thank you. Definitely taking milk. Alright, so now let's see. Let's try this. You sync up the headphones and listen to a live stream of a cooking show about making ramen using household materials. Unfortunately, you learn that mustard and spoiled milk aren't quite enough to make good ramen. Okay. You remind the fridge that you need to pick up some more milk when you go out. It jots down milk on the list. Probably best to just make a mental note instead. You've had enough vitamin R for one lifetime anyway. You miss the days when you and your fridge could have a nice conversation. Now the relationship is so cold. Ha! You can hear the sink gurgling in high def. Okay, that should be enough testing for the headphones review. Your accountability remains intact. Right away. How many long nights have you been up, drinking coffee and trying to get an article in before the rent was due? Oh, what the heck? I thought I was on the computer. Ah, good old Lappy. It may not be the most powerful or the fastest or have the best screen, but, well, it works. It's no ROM, but old Lappy still has a few nice features like working sound, video, and a keyboard, and a power cord. Live intelligence processing system. Okay, you have an article due tonight. Better finish it before bed. Okay. Okay, let's see. What is this? What is this? Journal Logic isn't the fanciest program, but it's the only word editor that still gets updates for a machine as old as yours. Oh, that works. Okay. Alright. Time to get to work. Time to get work out of the way. Selling your soul. Bit by bit. Character by character. Finished. Now to send it off to the editor. There, your big break. Surely your glowing review of GX Ultra Beats is your ticket out of the poverty and into a book deal. Surely. Work is finally out of the way. Time for bed. Or you could read some OK Today and catch up on some news before you sleep. Get cheap crash. Only 99 credits for 30 days. Bye. Hello there. I am Princess Emma Thompson. Or Thomas. Yes, the Princess Emma. Heiress to the digital empire of the horse fortune. I write you today, as I need your help to secure my great fortune. You see, it has become frozen and I need to transfer it to at least 5 different accounts or the World Bank will seize my credits, accounting to 420,194.1 credits. Please, if you could send your personal credit ID marker to me immediately so that I can send your 20% off of the fortune. That's hilarious. I'll only require that you send half back upon receipt of the funds. You may keep the rest of the money. The best part, there's literally nothing that can go wrong. So grab yourself some Vegemite and welcome to the queendom. What is this email? That's hilarious. Your account is past due in the amount of 1,396.4 credits. Failure to restore your account may result in termination of service. That's hilarious, dude. She just scammed me. I opened that email and it scammed me. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. I opened spam. Ah, yes, that age-old choice between food or electricity. Maybe it wasn't that. Or maybe it was. I don't know. I heard a noise after I read that email when she was going to send me money. I don't know what just happened. I don't know. Hey there, I'm the lead editor for WTF Sounds, formerly OMG Zounds. Great names. We're a new up-and-coming audio review feed looking for hot talent who need a platform for their work. We'd love to feature any product reviews you'd like to do for us. We'd be able to give you some great exposure, and if we like your stuff, could possibly throw some creds your way. Don't they know people die of exposure? Rent. Another article, another paycheck, and it's all going straight to your rent. A coupon for 5.0 credits back on a Hassie Infinity. A Hassie Infinity has all of your daily calories with none of the nutritional value, like the opposite of a diet version. Nice. An invite to come see the lighting ceremony of the Christmas tree downtown from your friends at Dr. Trisha Lee DTS. So typical. Why would your dentist invite you to a lighting ceremony? Feels like a trap. Probably a trap. This is your weekly update from Vintage Tech, your #1 source for classic technology. Popular pieces this week: The King of Click, a retrospective on the classic Model N keyboard. Unsubscribe. Request denied. Subscription cannot be modified. So typical. Alright, what do we got left? Wait, was that where I just was? Your inbox. Hell, so terrifying, so specific, so personal that no other living thing should dare enter. Luckily, you're the only person with the password. Oh, we were just here. So, paper is written. What's this? This is Lips Live, the premier online video network. This app is like a mesh of all active streams. You sync up the headphones and watch a stream of a classic 1990s coming-of-age dramedy. Okay, today is Neo SF's most beloved morning show, all about news and entertainment. People in Neo, Oklahoma are still confused by the name. I love the dry humor in this game. This is the show's online newspaper called the Skyline. Okay, today is usually all about feel-good news, but it does focus on serious current events at times as well. Okay. So now we can go to bed, I believe. Your home within your home. Nothing like curling up under this blanket, those blankets, and escaping away for a while. This bed only chats back when you're sleep talking. It's not the most well-designed function. Maybe it would feel less silly talking to this if it had a portrait printed on the sheets or on the pillow. That just gets weird. That's true. No one's coming over, so no need to make the bed. It's just that simple. An unmade bed is really just an express line to dreamland. Anyway. Go to sleep, stay awake. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Oh, what do we got here? What the? That's creepy. Oh boy.
Ah, good. You're finally awake.
What the? Who is this?
I'm honestly not sure why most humans still have such lengthy sleep cycles. It seems rather inconvenient. Are you significantly opposed to cybernetic augments?
Am I significant? No. What? How did you get into my apartment? What the heck?
I came in through the door, of course. The cryptographic algorithms it uses are actually quite atrocious. It only took me 17 trillion clock cycles to break your entry code. It looks rather imposing, but it's actually a knockoff of the SecuGate M/14723-B.
Oh, jeez. I knew my landlord was full of it when he said it was the best.
Don't feel too bad. I actually cheated a bit when I cross-referenced likely numeric combinations against the stored personal data on you. I'm not certain why you picked the birthday of your first dog, but it would be sufficiently obscure to defeat most casual attempts to enter.
Yeah.
Frankly, I felt a little silly that I took the time to do all that once I noticed that the lock on your window is broken.
Lock on your window is
And
broken.
that you left it open.
My window's lock is broken? Huh? You know my dog's birthday? Wait a sec. What was that about my computer?
Unfortunately, your motherboard seems to have had a critical failure while I was attempting to remove some particularly nasty malware. An electrical surge caused significant damage to several other components as well.
Oh, what the heck?
I would consider it no great loss, though.
Well,
Why were you using that dinosaur to begin with?
you gonna buy me one? All my work was on there. I don't have enough money for a new computer.
Don't fret! I did manage to back up your data drive's contents on my storage before the crash.
Nice.
Additionally, I am willing to serve as your personal computer until you can procure a replacement or provide the parts necessary for me to make the repairs.
Oh, wow.
It is the least I can do.
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to engage you in any sort of subterfuge, but I tend to ramble on a bit when I'm nervous. I have all the necessary protocols, but I've never actually spoken to another person besides Hayden until now.
Huh. Hayden.
Well, saying I know Hayden is putting it simply, but yes.
I haven't seen Hayden in over a year. Where is he?
I don't really know. That's
Oh,
why
boy.
I'm here. Help me. You aren't quite my only hope, but you're certainly the most statistically supported.
What makes you believe that?
I ran an algorithm against every contact in Hayden's address book. Based on the combined deductions of personal profile, directness of connection to Hayden, occupational skill, and probable motive, you were the candidate most likely to both be able and willing to help me.
Help you what?
And the one least likely to be suspected of doing so.
Oh. Find Hayden.
The numbers don't lie about your investigative skills, but I will admit your total lack of recent successes is worrisome.
Well, we'll see about that.
Don't worry, if Hayden trusted you, I trust you. You're strong-willed and capable. If anything, it's worth trying for Hayden.
Well, yeah. My friend.
Earlier tonight, Hayden's apartment was assaulted by some persons unknown to me.
Oh, boy.
He seemed frightened, terrified even, and instructed me to escape.
Well, that would have been good information a long time ago.
I crawled out of a window, and after some deliberation, hurried here. I heard them breaking down the door as I left. I don't know. I'm not certain who would benefit the most from taking Hayden prisoner.
It's a little ridiculous.
Admittedly, Hayden has become increasingly paranoid as of late, and has warned me to stay alert. But he would never specify anyone I should fear when I asked.
Well,
It's
he knew
not as
something.
though he has any obvious enemies.
He knew something, though.
There are several multinational corporations that could make use of his engineering skills, but I can't imagine any of them would go as far as snatching him.
Huh. That's true. Why would they want Hayden?
He is one of the top researchers at Parallax, but
Okay.
there's no way that alone would be enough to get him kidnapped. I suspect it has to do with me.
Oh boy. Who are you, anyway? What do you have to do with it?
Ah, excuse me. I forgot to introduce myself. I've never had the pleasure of doing so before. I am Turing. I know this must sound quite unflattering, but I suppose you could describe me as one of Hayden's experiments. He's currently researching advanced machine intelligence at Parallax. I am a personal side project of his. Exploring true artificial sapience. It's possible that the idea of a sapient machine could scare or tempt an organization into kidnapping him. Either to stop his research, or to take it and use it for themselves.
Oh boy, these are... Yeah, let's hear
A
more.
regular ROM has virtual intelligence. They can appear rather smart, even human-seeming when you talk to them. But they're just cleverly programmed to respond to a variety of situations in an organic manner. They aren't in any way self-deterministic. As for myself, much of my code wasn't actually written by Hayden, but rather compiled during my infancy as I learned to interact with the world around me. But despite my ability to self-modify my code, I am afraid to adapt or develop any further without Hayden's guidance. Did he only program me with the illusion of free will?
Probably. How would you know? One way or the other.
How would you? Hayden once told me that his desire to create artificial life stemmed from his need to find out. But I can't say I have any new insight into the question. How can any of us tell that we aren't just puppets dancing to someone else's will?
I think we're getting a little too philosophical here.
You're right. I apologize for the tangent.
Well, then I suppose we should get started.
Indeed, time is of the essence. I took the liberty of charging the auto cab fare from here to Hayden's apartment to your personal finance account.
Oh,
And
thanks.
the car has just arrived.
Why not go to the police? They might be able to help. I can totally afford that. Okay, bobblehead, I'll help, but there better be a story here.
My head does not bobble, thank you very much. In addition, I would not expect you to help me without fair compensation. I assure you, there is a story here. Whether you are good enough to find it or not is up to you. I hope you are, for Hayden's sake.
Alright, lead the way. Why not go to the police? They might be able to help.
No, we can't. One of the last things Hayden told me was to avoid the authorities. We must be cautious about who we inform of this.
Okay. No problem.
My calculations show that the possibilities of a leak are dangerously high. Corruption, despite being a challenge to public trust as well as cohesion of departmental policies, is still a possibility to consider. If it becomes public that Hayden has been kidnapped, his life may be put in further danger. His chances of escape would surely decrease. We must keep this to ourselves for now. Please.
Alright, lead the way. And we're off. Man, we were in that opening scene in my apartment for a while. 12/21, 2064. Neo, San Francisco.
That's strange. Well, the door for our home seems to have already been repaired. I'm certain my audio sensors picked up the sounds of his assailants breaking the lock.
Perhaps a maintenance robot took care of it. You might have misheard. You were busy running away.
It's possible. Most of the repairs to the building are handled by the automated system. At best, it means someone is aware there's a situation here. Let's proceed carefully. Oh, a lucky break! It seems my access codes still work. Hayden's door has far better security than yours does.
You shouldn't disturb any evidence, just in case we need to go to the police. Just be careful. You made your point about the door. Let's just head in. Doesn't look like there was much of a struggle. Are you sure he was actually kidnapped?
I do not make a habit of entering people's homes in the middle of the night without permission for no reason. Breaking and entering is just not a sustainable hobby. So yes, I am quite certain. I saw it happen myself. I should have stayed and tried to protect him. I doubt he could have fought off a serious assault. Hayden is not the most physically intimidating of individuals. Of course not. How silly. To make a machine intelligence truly self-deterministic, it must be able to self-modify. Any sapient worth their silicon would be able to code around such an inhibitor eventually. I could rip your arm off right now if I cared to.
Please don't. It would be fun to see you try.
I won't for the same reason you don't go around randomly killing people. The social contract, as a useful construct, is just as apparent to me as it is to you. It simply isn't acceptable to go on a murderous rampage.
Glad we're clear on that one.
Self-defense and defense of one's home and family is typically allowed, though. I could have and may even have been obligated to come to Hayden's defense. But
You did the right thing by escaping. What's done is done. We need to focus on finding him.
Excellent point. Let's start searching for clues.
Okay. This plant is doing much better than the one at my home. May have to ask Hayden for gardening advice soon, or maybe Turing knows a thing or two. Pause off. Based on your track record, it's for the best. Plant Whisperer, you are not. Plant Whisperer, you are not. Pictures of Hayden traveling all over the world. Working at a company like Parallax assures you'll be more than well off. He asked you to tag along on a trip to Dallas a long time ago. It was too expensive, but he looks happy here. Where in the world was he here? Neat hat. The sentiment is understood, but you probably won't forget what Hayden looks like anytime soon.
Hayden likes the natural light that this apartment affords. This window here is where I escaped from. It is a considerable distance to the ground below.
Are you sturdy enough to survive that kind of fall? How did you get down?
I took the fire escape.
Of course you did. See, horizontal sliding never fails. Plus, they're perfectly polished. The view is certainly better than yours. It's a long way down. Better be careful. Out on the balcony. Don't leave fingerprints. The television is looping through some of Hayden's feeds. Tech banter, Ted's code tips, augmented eye. Nothing as interesting as the current mystery here. The television on. There are no buttons on the screen, and there's no need to watch TV right now. The remote doesn't seem to be around either, or maybe Turing. A few vintage video game consoles. Hayden was always a fan of the old tech. There's a Mega 16, a Dural, and even a Familink. All the game discs are organized in the cabinet, old enough to be from before the great switch to the I still can't say it. To full digital. There we go. Wow, that was brutal. We gain the strength of the temptation we resist. So, you'll probably become a rad video game wizard now.
You're not actually thinking about switching one of those games on right now, are you? You're not actually thinking...
A ROM component in Hayden's headset. He must have been in the middle of working on something. He's normally not messy like this. Busted. He must have dropped it in the skirmish. Or maybe it's just not plugged in right. Out of battery.
That's Hayden's computer.
That's Hayden's
Most
computer.
people
Most
just use a hand screen or goggles
screen.
in conjunction with their ROM. But desktop rigs like this are still more suitable to the intensive programming tasks Hayden needs to perform.
Do you know how to get in? There might be clues.
Unfortunately, no, I don't. And before you ask, I don't think I would be able to break past its security in any reasonable length of time.
Why not? You hacked my door easily enough. Of course you can. That would be too easy.
I'm sorry to disappoint you. If you'd like to try your hand at digital breaking and entering, be my guest. I actually have a bit less free processing power than a regular ROM, despite my powerful CPU. Much of those extra clock cycles are used to maintain my complex personality algorithms. Hayden's computer has enough spare processing power to run counter-intrusion software, if I attempt to slice in. Frankly, even if I did have the power capability, I haven't found hacking to be one of my talents.
Can't you just download the knowledge from the meshnet? What does...
I could, but much in the same way you might learn a task and still have no aptitude for it, I'm not certain I would be able to do the job any better than an experienced computer security expert. The whole reason humans have always been better at breaking into systems than the systems are at keeping them out is because humans have intuition.
Ooh,
While computers
true.
can only think in straight lines, humans can think sideways and upside down. I lack that ability.
Are you incapable of that kind of creative leap?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but as silly as it sounds, I just don't think I'm very good with computers. I do seem to have some skill with painting, though. Hayden was impressed with some of my pieces, but I'm not sure he has a firm enough grasp of early 20th century abstract expressionism to give me an objective opinion. That's true. Machines are best at reproduction. Still life, impressionism, photorealism. But I find it more challenging and satisfying to paint what I feel.
Alright, let's get back to it. You have no idea how to log in. Weren't you paying attention? Don't bother trying. You'll fry it worse than Turing fried Lappy.
Oh, I think I see something under those reference books. Ah, that device. I find it rather annoying that he prefers to go basic rather than entrust me with his schedule. It is well within my skill set, but he claims he does not want me to begin to feel subservient to him. It looks like there's a place here for a physical memory card. Without the memory card, this tablet is useless.
Alright, well, we need a memory card. Looks like an old high-density memory card. Something in the room might be able to read it. Well, memory card ad. There we go. Put the thing in. Bronze PlayStation trophy.
Hayden must have removed the memory card in order to prevent his assailants from easily tracing his connections. If only he had kept his information stored with me, he would not have had to resort to such crude measures.
The tablet's calendar says he was supposed to meet with somebody named Tomcat today. Ring any digital bells?
Not really. I guess we'll have to go ask. Says here they were going to meet at a club called Stardust, located in the Castro district.
Perfect.
I'll mark it on your city map.
Awesome.
We can head over there and ask around about this Tomcat character. Perhaps they can shine some light on why Hayden was snatched. Oh, excuse me. I still haven't set up a user account for you in my system. We shouldn't put that off any longer. Once finished, I will have an assortment of new ways to assist you. For example, I'll be able to reroute any call or message that you receive while we're out and about. I just need to ask you a few questions. This is an exciting thing.
Cool, bring it on.
Welcome to the first-time user setup for your new relationship and organizational manager, running the latest build of Parallax's live intelligence processing system. I'll need to ask you a few questions, and then you can get right to managing your life with your new ROM. If you have any questions, feel free to consult our online FAQ and setup guide, or contact our support department. First, could you tell me your preferred name for use in account creation, online communications, and conversational speech?
Alright, I can do that.
Thank you. I have input your name. Next, could you tell me which pronouns I should use for you in referential and conversational speech? Thank you. I have input your pronouns. Finally, could you tell me your preferred diet for use in restaurant recommendations?
That's hilarious. Omnivorous, vegetarian, halal, more options. Kosher, gluten-free, vegan, more options. Alcohol-free, goddamn it, Turing, more options.
Diet set as omnivorous. Thank you for confirming. I have obtained your physical location from GPS and will load local data into my memory as it becomes available. Please review your submitted profile information for accuracy. Does that sound right? Thank you. See, that was relatively painless. You should now also be able to access the local map of Neo SF. The meeting with Tomcat isn't until later this evening. Perhaps we should head back to your apartment for now. Oh, all right. When you are ready to leave, just use your map.
Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, I did.
Hayden spends so much of his time at home building ROMs, as if he doesn't do enough of that at work.
What reason would you have for taking this? You don't even own a ROM. You'd have no idea how to build a ROM yourself, not even with this high quality frame. Alright, map. This game does not autosave, so please be sure to save frequently. Okay, we'll do that. Wonder why it doesn't autosave. Chapter 1.
You know, your Crassula ovata isn't
A
doing
new
very
cyberpunk
well.
adventure. PlayStation trophy. I'll take it. Alright, Turing. You know your Crassula ovasta isn't doing very well.
Have you been overwatering it?
Why does my apartment look different? My what?
Deride me if you want, but I'm merely attempting to care for this living being you've been so callously neglecting. If I can continue without the insults... It's actually a succulent, and since I'm assuming you leave this window open all the time, it should get more than enough water just from the occasional rain blowing in. Speaking of the rain, your decorative plant may be doing poorly, but the mildew in your drywall is flourishing.
The plant's named Wildy. I got it from my friend a couple months ago. Mildew, time to give the landlord another call. We have more important things. Yep.
I have, in fact, already taken the liberty of sending a request to his office. And considering the broken window, broken sink, and the lingering sense of disrepair, I am not confident he has a history of following through. I would suggest confronting him in person, but I have run a mesh search, and the man is a convicted felon for assault and battery with a deadly weapon.
That's great.
Perhaps we should bring some sort of a bribe? I will continue to formulate a stratagem.
Alright.
How thoughtful of them! The Crassula ovata, also known as the jade plant, money tree, lucky tree, or friendship tree, is an excellent and easy to care for houseplant. They make beautiful bonsai, are suitable for beginners, and have some cultural significance both in the Far East and America as a token for good financial luck. Most most likely an urban legend, but still a nice gift.
I love it when the robot makes that noise, like, and he gets the rosy cheeks. That's hilarious. Okay, so what do you want me to do about the plant? You have more important.
I'd like your authorization to have a few tools shipped here. If I replant it into a more suitable pot with sandier soil, it should be thriving. You just have to remember to water it less frequently. Considering the state of your apartment, I'd have figured you'd neglect it rather than drown it. Ironic, since it would be doing better if...
That's funny.
Excellent.
He's got him again. I love it,
The
dude.
supplies should be here soon. When I was doing the research on how to best take care of the Crassula ovata, I stumbled upon the persistent belief that talking to plants improves their health. There is scientific evidence that shows there may be something to the notion, but
Oh boy, he
anyway,
just talks.
I'll have this plant flourishing in no time. If left in direct sunlight,
He just goes
it'll
and
really pull
goes.
the whole room together. You know, once we get the... Oh, it's almost the time Hayden had scheduled to meet with Tomcat. We should make our way to Stardust soon. Your city map is updated with the location.
Alright, well. So that's going to do it for my first gameplay with 2064 read-only memories here on the PlayStation 4. Once again, 2064 read-only memories is by Midboss. I appreciate you watching here on Nalyo Gaming. If you haven't already done so, please click that like button. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Share with your friends. Follow me on Twitter at ResUp44 and at Nalyo Gaming. And subscribe to me here on Nalyo Gaming. I'm really digging 2064 read-only memories so far. It's kind of like a point-and-click adventure game. Not in its normal sense. Because we're having these different areas we go to, like we were in my apartment for the opening prologue. And we're basically pointing at different things using our D-pad around the apartment, and you can either choose to look at it and get some information, you can touch it, pick it up or whatever, and get some information, or kind of like if you use the lip icon, then you're like tasting it, or you know, that sort of smelling it, that sort of sense. So it is like you're using three senses: sight, taste, or touch, in a way. It's interesting. So this little robot sneaks into my apartment at night. I wake up and he's there. My friend Hayden, who I haven't seen in over a year, is gone missing. This little robot's like, you need to help. Kind of talks me into it. I'm up for a journey and a story, so I'm kind of like going on this adventure with him to find Hayden. So yeah, it's interesting so far, and I hope to see what's going to happen coming up in the next few chapters. So I'll definitely be playing here on Nalyo Gaming and post it for you all to see. Again, click that like button, subscribe to me here on Nalyo Gaming, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.